This Kimberly Lindsay is our NEA member benefits representative for this area, and she was with us at the state convention this past March, and I'm kind of assuming you'll be joining us again this March.
And that is my plan. Hopefully you see me there.
I'll turn the show over to Kimberly and let her take off after she's catching her breath a minute from her meeting.
Yes.
But we're glad to have you join us today.
Thank you so very much. I'm glad to see so many of you on the call this afternoon. I do apologize. I am actually in Alabama for a meeting, and I was like, I can definitely fit this meeting in. So again, trying to multitask like we often do. And as soon as I pull this up, we can get started. Let's see what we got going here. All right. I'll just have All right, so again, today's session is all about member benefits and how you all can maximize the programs and services that you have access to through your membership. And many of you have probably already taken advantage of some of these programs and services. So this will be not only a reminder, but hopefully you'll hear something new that maybe you hadn't heard before. And it'll give you, some extra purpose to go in and check out some of the programs and services that are available. We have over 40 products and services that fall in the areas of the categories that you see here. So we have money, our auto and home insurance programs, retirement, everyday shopping. We have ways to protect you and your family. We have some travel discounts, and then we also have a wellness and health area. So I'm not going to touch on all of those products that we actually have, but I will highlight those that I think you as a retiree might find to be most of interest. But the easiest way to get access to the programs is through our website. And I know for many of you, you're probably saying, it would be so much easier to just pick up the phone and talk to someone. We also do have a member advocacy center, and I'll share their information at the end of the presentation. But to get and to see actually everything that's available, we ask that you go to neamb.com/start. And that will actually take you to a landing page. If you have not registered on our webpage before, or if you have, you simply need to sign in again as you would with any other type of a, association or webpage that you frequent on a regular basis. But here's where you can, again, explore all of our products. You can subscribe to newsletters, and periodically we do have some sweepstakes that you can enter. So you can win some additional, incentives and some money. But the first, let me see just what happened here. All right, the first area that I want to kind of talk about is, just programs that relate to money. And one of the most popular credit cards that we do offer to members is the NEA Customized Credit Rewards credit card. And again, if you are, as a retiree, you might do some dining out, you might travel to visit family and friends. This is a card that you can actually use to receive some cash back on those purchases. So what the card allows you to do is receive 3% cash back on in 6 categories. And those categories are dining or restaurants. They include travel. It includes your gas, and any e-charging stations for your car. It includes pharmacies, as well as prescription drugs, as well as it includes home improvement, and home furnishings. And then the sixth is that if you make purchases for any online streaming type products. So that would be it also includes your cell phone. So it includes cell phones, it includes any, again, streaming, television streaming services that you might have. And so those are the six categories in which you can earn 3% cash back. And then you earn 2% cash back for your groceries and any wholesale club purchases that you make, and 1% cash back on any and everything else. But right now we have an offer for the very first year that a member has the card. So you have to be approved like you would with any other, credit card you go through. It's all based on your credit worthiness. But for the very first year of having the card, the 3% cash back is doubled. So you would actually earn 6% cash back. And on those six categories that I mentioned, you can change them on a monthly basis. So if you find that you are doing some more traveling, and you want to just, use that particular card for that time period, you can change that to travel. If you are staying at home and you want to use it on your prescription drugs or on your, gas, you can keep it, at that in those particular categories. I have the card. I'm a family of four. We are all drivers. My kids just recently graduated from college. They're looking for jobs, so they're back home. But we do use our card for gas. And because we are all, needing to put gas in the car, that's the one card that I allow, our kids to share with me and my husband. And so we are able to see some savings and some money back on those purchases. The other thing to mention here is that there is also a $250 cash reward bonus. So if you make at least $500 in purchases in the first 90 days of opening the account, then you will receive a $250 cash reward bonus. And after you make, the first $2,500 of combined purchases, then any of those percentage cash backs simply go to a 1% earnings coming back to you on that particular card. When it comes to not financing, but insuring your home and your auto, I'm sure many of you probably have had the same carrier for a while. I always say it doesn't hurt to compare just to get a free quote, see what's available. If some of those rates can actually be reduced, that's a savings to you. And I was just having a conversation with another Uniserv member who was saying that she actually was able to save $1,600 off of her combined auto and home insurance. She said, my husband had a friend that was selling insurance at the time, and I was like, I think we can do better. Let's just at least check. And that was the savings that she actually was able to receive. So again, it doesn't hurt to compare. There are ways that you probably can create an umbrella of, again, your home, your auto. There might be other ways and other vehicles that you would want to group into a policy. And so those are definitely some ways that you can see some savings. On average, though, on the auto insurance itself, members are seeing about a $600 difference in what they were currently paying. So there is some savings in that area as well. See what's going on here. All right. And when it comes to wellness and retirement, we have what is known as the NEA Retiree Health Program. And so this is a Medigap insurance simply, so similar to your AARP. This is what the NEA has developed to cover those gaps that you would see that Medicare cannot cover. So it works similar to, you get to pick your own doctors. You can, go to any place that you'd like to go. But there are varying, depending on the plan that you get, the discount is going to, be or show a difference in pricing. It also is related to your zip code. So when you go to the site, you simply want to put in the zip code in which you live, and the various different, again, group plans will populate, and you can see and do some comparison on what you're currently paying and how the NEA Retiree Health Program could actually or possibly provide you with some savings. I'm trying to think, the one thing to note about this program is when you do your comparisons, you definitely want to make sure that the prescription drugs, et cetera, are apples to apples. You don't want to, enter into a plan where you might lose some of that coverage and benefits. So, but retirees definitely have seen savings again with using the retiree health program. Our NEA dental and vision insurance program is another one. So when you retired, you may have been able to keep some of your dental and vision insurance. It also comes through some of your, Medicare plans. And what makes ours a little different is there may be some services that are not covered. And so for members who are age 55 and over, we do have the NEA retiree and vision insurance for retirees. And you will see, depending on, again, your age and where you live, um, the cost of that particular plan. So you would actually work within a network of dental providers. The vision is a rider on that particular insurance plan, but it does cover contacts, glasses, your regular, vision visits. As far as the dental is concerned, all basic routine exams, cleanings, et cetera, are covered at 1%, and there's no waiting period. But if you needed some additional, more major, what they call major, not major routine, but major work done for on dental care, there is a 6 to 12 month, depending on the actual type of service that you would need. So your crowns, your implants, root canals, those types of services may require somewhat of a waiting period. The mental health program is one of our no-cost benefits that every member has access to. And this is actually, it's an app that you would have on your phone, and it helps you to manage your mental space. So how you're feeling in a particular day. It does some mood tracking. It allows you to provide you with some tips on meditation. It provides you with just some kind of tools that allow you to check in with the app itself. So the app is run by what is known as cognitive therapy, behavior therapy. And so simply that just means how you're feeling, what your behavior is for that particular day. Different types of, again, resources and tips and tools will actually come into the app to help you to kind of navigate the space that you might be feeling that you're in. So it does help with stress, anxiety, and depression, but it is, again, it's a no cost to members. And if members decide that they would like to actually work with an individual therapist, there is a side of the ABLE2, who's the provider of the program, that members can access outside of the app itself. All right, so now we're going to get into some of the fun stuff. As you're retired, this thing is skipping around. You're retired, so I'm sure you have time on your hands to travel, whether that is family reunions, it could be a a destination on your bucket list. It could be just a staycation, to a location that's in your local area. The NEA travel program helps members to save on, as you can see here, rental cars, cruises, hotels, resorts. It says discounts on airfare, but the discounts on airfare, and I'll explain that in a second, but you can actually purchase airfare on the site. But what happens is for every airfare ticket that you purchase, while there wouldn't be a discount, what we do is give you travel dollars on that particular ticket. And those travel dollars can be used to pay down the cost of future trips. So every member of the association, when they come to the NEA travel page, there's a link that says claim my travel dollars. We give every member 500 travel dollars to use to lower the cost of the total package of a trip that they plan on our website. The website works like an Expedia. You put in the dates that you want to travel, where you'd like to travel, and a list of partners within the plan will actually populate when it comes to hotels, resorts, and cruises. So it's really simple and easy. The system will actually also show you how many travel dollars you can use towards that particular trip itself. So I do have an example that I'll get to shortly, but here's where I was talking about the flights. So you can shop all major carriers and earn 100 travel dollars for each ticket itself. You can stay just about anywhere as far as hotels are concerned. The discounts are about 20% off. And then cruises, of course, also run the gamut. So probably just about any cruise line that you can think of, it's going to be on the site. Here is an example of an 8-day or 8-night cruise. And we did some comparisons based on other places that you might purchase a cruise from. So you can see Expedia, Costco Travel, and even Priceline. Our program actually saves members $700 on that same cruise. So if you're one that does some cruising, you're going to see that you can use a majority of your travel dollars on cruises because they typically cost more than, your hotel stays are. Excuse me. But when it comes to like hotel stays, like a 3-night hotel stay in Las Vegas, you can see a savings of about $90 to $100 off of each night of a room night at a hotel. That particular example is like a Wyndham hotel, but again, there's some savings that you would actually see by using your travel dollars. Our discount ticket program is another one where you can probably think about places that you want to go, whether it's a museum, whether it's a concert, Broadway show, anything place it where you could actually purchase a ticket, you can purchase it through the NEA Discount Tickets platform. It works similar to the travel program. You put in based on the zip code or even just the location, city, and state where you'd like to actually go to see something. And if it's a Broadway show, it'll populate. You'll see what the tickets cost. I've seen people who have saved like 40% off of Broadway show tickets. Sporting events and concerts, you're going to see the same thing. But this program was designed or came about because members kept asking us if we had any tickets or discounts for Disney. So if you're a grandparent or if you just love Disney, here's another way for you to actually see some savings off of the cost of those theme park tickets that continually increase over time. It amazes me how much it is to go to Disney. But I use these ticket discounts on movies. Um, in Maryland, it costs like $15 to go to a movie, and that's in the evening. So it's not a matinee, of course, but the savings that I see through the discount tickets, I'm able to purchase that same ticket for $9 a person. You simply, excuse me, take you purchase your tickets online and then you print the ticket out, and then that will allow you to take it to the box office and they honor it like they would any other ticket. And there are times where there may be some blackout, times, but for the majority, you can use that same $9 ticket any time of day. And it allows you to, again, see the same movies that everyone else is seeing for less of the price. Um, our wireless program. So this is another one. I'm sure you probably have a cell phone. I'm not sure how much you're paying. Our program provider for this is Consumer Cellular, and my mother and my stepfather were paying close to like $250 a month for their cell phone plan. And I kept telling them, you might want to consider the NEA program because there are ways for you to save by being
Can you
connected to
bring
me
some water?
I need some, and it is not close enough for me to stop.
No, just go ahead and get you some water.
Thank you so much.
Sure,
Hold on one second. Oops.
sure.
Go back. I appreciate it. I was trying, I don't have much more. What's going on now? What is going on? What is going on? Not gonna let me go back. We don't have much further to go, so I'll struggle through. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. But as I was saying, they were paying $250 on their cell phone. I said through my association and my membership, you can take a look and see what's available to you, because not only does the member have access, but parents, in-laws, children, and the spouse also can participate in programs through, just because they're associated with you and it's through your membership. So as you go to look at the site, it may not be a program that you could benefit from, but maybe one of those other individuals that I named could see some benefit in it. And so this was the case in this NEA wireless program. My parents are now only paying $70 a month on their wireless program. So there are plans that start as low as $20, but depending on the data plan that you want, it will increase the price. So again, not a program that you should, maybe not consider, but you should do some comparison to see if there are some savings in the current plan that you have and whoever else is on your plan, et cetera. And then just lastly, you all have been members for quite some time. You were educators. Allow your membership to do some work for you. If you haven't checked out the website, I'm encouraging you again to go to the website. It's neamb.com/start. And there is, again, our Member Advocacy Center. Their information is here at the bottom. So their number is 1-800-637-4636. And they are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. and on Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So if you have questions about any of the programs and services, or how to register and log in, or maybe you've forgotten your password, they can actually assist you with some of those questions. And with that, my contact information is here. So if you wanted to just reach out to me with the individual question, you can feel free to email me. Email is probably best because I'm traveling quite a bit. And I'm going to stop and I'm going to go off camera and ask if there are any questions.
Kim, there are a couple of questions in the chat
Okay.
about the credit card. Someone wants to know, is it a Visa, a MasterCard, or something else?
It is a MasterCard.
Okay.
And so I don't know if that makes a big difference for folks, but it is a MasterCard.
Someone else said, do you have to declare what you're going to use it for?
You do not. So that's, it works like any other credit card. It's, once you are approved, you're able to, use it as at your will, however you'd like to. Now those 6 categories to get the 6% back for the first year, you would simply name the category that you would like to receive those funds back to you from. So when you are approved for the card, they'll ask you what category. You simply tell them what the category is, and then they'll explain to you how to change it periodically.
And you have to be a member for any of the NEA services, correct?
So as I mentioned just recently, as a member, your membership and member benefit access does extend to family members. And those family members are your spouse, your children, parents, and in-laws.
Okay.
But it's all connected through your membership. Any other questions or even a testimonial? It's always good to hear from folks that, have used the products, have had good stories to tell. I like to say all the time that, the best people to hear from are people that are close to you, that that have had good experiences with something. So if anyone would like to share,
I
just
have a
go.
question.
Sure.
If you already have consumer cellular,
Mhm.
would you get an additional discount with NEA or how would that work?
I would I would come to the site and see what the current discount is that we're able to give. Because as you saw before, there were like, if you had additional person on your plan, it's only $15. So there may be some additional features that you currently aren't receiving that would provide you with a steeper discount. Now, as far as I don't know what you're currently paying, so I can't really say if that is more of a discount on the NEA side or not, but I would actually compare the two pricing.
Hi, Kimberly.
Hello.
This is Nell Burwell from North Carolina.
Yes.
I'm sorry I was late getting on because I had problems with my computer. I have enjoyed all the materials and information that you have done, and I missed some of your information. So, but I'm here and I'm still supporting you. I just
I
wanted to say,
appreciate that. Hello. And it is recorded. I believe this session is being recorded, so you'll be able to
Absolutely.
take a listen.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question. What is the interest rate
On
for
the
the credit?
credit
Yes.
card. So it starts at 19.99 and goes up to 26.9, I believe.
I've taken advantage of the magazine service before.
Yeah, so that is a program that is still in existence. And I didn't mention that, but that is one of our no cost programs as well. So every year, every member can receive 2 free magazines based on a list that is populated, and it changes periodically. So there is a code that I can send to Lavetta if you don't mind sharing it out with those who are on the call, because I want to make sure that the code itself is the right code for North Carolina, if that's how we're still doing it. But you simply put in that code and it's not a code, it's a web page. You go to that web page and then the list of magazines will populate. But outside of the free magazines, we are able to provide, again, less than you would on the, newsstand. The pricing is definitely considerable savings with that as well.
Did you say something about
seniors
streaming
benefits.
services?
We're reaching out to seniors to ensure any unclaimed additional Medicare benefits are.
Did you say something about benefits for streaming services like TV streaming services?
So no discounts on streaming services, but if you receive and are approved for the credit card, you can use the card to pay for that monthly fee and receive 6% back on that particular expense.
Other questions?
Lavita,
Yes.
this is Ren. I just wanted to mention that back earlier in the fall, late in the summer, Kim sent boxes of brochures to the office that could be used by members in recruiting new members at any time during this year, I guess, moving toward the end of this year. And so they can access those through the office instead of just going straight to Kim.
Thank you.
Good to know.
Right. Thank you, Ren. I did send a pretty decent supply for recruiting purposes. So it is like a trifold brochure. And it gives members, just a taste again of benefits that are available. It sends them to the website. So it gives you all of the contact information and, so it's readily available and potential members can explore what's there. Hopefully it'll get, they'll be excited and they'll take a second look and they'll want to join based on something that they've seen. And then of course it's also available for members. So.
One more thing. Can you say the website? Give us the website address?
Sure. It is neamb.com/start, START.
Can you tell me, you mentioned streaming services, if you use that credit card for streaming services, is it just streaming services? It doesn't apply to like DirecTV, Dish Network, or any of those?
So it applies to your internet, yes. So that would be, they're considering that to be streaming as well. So internet and streaming, right. So DishNet, is DishNet just your cable?
Well, we have Dish Network, our TV, we don't stream, but we have Dish Network.
Right, so it would be for cable and internet, yes.
So okay.
Yes.
And now we pay it. I actually have an NEA credit card, but there is no cash back or anything on it. And I called to ask about it because I had a friend that had an NEA credit card that had cash back. And they said that I would have to go through and change the account, and all of that. So,
right.
But that's how we pay for our Dish Network.
So that's what you're doing now. So it may not be a bad idea, since you've been approved for the card, to go ahead and see if you can, not see if you can, but apply for the card. Once you're approved, then you could, close that other one out and just begin to use the new one.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thank you.
I have a question.
Sure.
In reference to the discount tickets for sporting events, is this in reference to professional games like your NBA and your NFL?
Yes, as well as any college games, they would all be listed there. So any sport that you can probably think of, racing, if it's an event where like a Ticketmaster would sell a ticket, it's going to be on the site itself.
Okay, do you need the credit card for that, or you can?
Nope. You can use whatever form of payment you choose.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You said that that these member benefits also can extend to our relatives, our children, and spouse. What do they have to do? What do you have to go through for them to be able to use this?
Right.
I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea. You know that I have grown children.
Right.
And I had no idea that they could get these benefits through my membership. What do they need to do?
So right now, they would have to come into the site through your credentials, which credentials simply means your password and your email address. Those are the only two things that we require for you to come onto our page as a member.
And then they
Right.
would be able to, once they did that, then they could go through and do take advantage of the other benefits.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
That is great. I had no earthly idea that was possible. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Well, it certainly sounds like a lot of people are taking advantage already of the new information they've heard today.
Yeah.
We want to thank you again, Kimberly, for presenting, and I hope that you haven't been distressed too much coming on late. I know that always leaves me a little bit of a frazzle.
Right.
But we do appreciate you sharing with us today. Will we be expecting to see you at the convention?
I am hoping to be there. Yes, that I received that information as well. So yes, you should. If I am there, please stop by and say hello.
Absolutely. We do appreciate our member benefits representatives.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, you're most welcome. You're welcome to come back anytime that we can make arrangements. My calendar's already booked out now through about June, so it'll be a little while before we can get you back on, but we can do that.
Sounds good. Nice seeing everyone, and thanks again.
Thank you.
All right.
I want to say thank you to Carol, our staff person, for facilitating and sharing today. I want to thank my co-chair, Ren Bryan, for keeping me on task and being sure that Kimberly came to present today. I had asked Kimberly way back at the convention, but we were trying to find the slot for it. It was getting hard.
Right.
But we got you back, and I'm glad we did. And I want to thank all of you for participating today. It's always encouraging to me to see so many people taking advantage of our Wednesday workshop. Next month, we will have Luke Perrin from the North Carolina Department of Justice returning, and he'll be talking to us about staying safe during the holidays with scams and fraud. So be sure to tune in to Luke. He's also a very good presenter. He has presented for us once before, so he'll be a returning presenter, and we look forward to hearing from him as well. And then always send me your suggestions for topics that you'd like to hear about, because we aim to please. And have a good afternoon, everyone.
Bye, Kimberly. See you
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you so much. Very much. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Are you on a seminar?
Yeah.